Thank you very much, Bill, and good afternoon. I am indeed very happy to have a couple of minutes to remind you or to inform you about the last update of the ManagEnergy initiative. Indeed, a lot will happen over the next 3 years. So let me remind briefly what is ManagEnergy. So it is a technical support initiative. It aims at supporting sustainable energy actions at the local and regional level. So, well, as it is well known and as it was repeated this morning, it is indeed at the local and regional levels that things happen and that the actions are really taken. So, by the way, ManagEnergy is one of the oldest EU initiatives in sustainable energy. And also, I remind that ManagEnergy is managed by the European Agency for Competitiveness and Innovation, so EACI. Naturally, as it was just reminded also, ManagEnergy is made mainly for the public authorities and the energy agencies. But it's also useful for financial institutions, education professionals, and SMEs. So basically, we could say, a kind of 3 fields of activities, or 3 pillars, as we say between us. The pillar 1 consists then of operating and developing web facilities. Pillar 2 is providing capacity development, and Pillar 3 consists of promotion and networking activities. So let's look briefly at the Pillar 1, so the web facilities. There's a main and big website. It's including thousands and thousands of information pages that we try to keep up to date. Those pages are talking about policy, funding, news, events. It announces not only the ManagEnergy events, but I remind to all of you that you can propose and upload yourself your event on the ManagEnergy website. They are then announced and very easily located with an interactive map. It's very useful if you travel, for instance. On the site you can find also a lot of case studies and training material. There are also 5,000 actors registered, actors in the field of sustainable energy, of course. There are interactive web facilities. So, for instance, there is an effective partner search tool that allows you to find partners for a given project that you might have. The website is also constantly improved, and soon we will implement a new toolbox comprising a project financing corner that might be interesting, a specific SME corner, and an energy agencies corner. There's also a part of the website dedicated to education. We call it Education Corner. In fact, it's a real second website in itself. It's dedicated to energy education and training. It's targeting, of course, children, the parents, the teachers, but also the trainers. So, and there can be found resources, web tools, and a number of games also. Yeah. So the second pillar of ManagEnergy is organizing a number of capacity building workshops. They are considered as very important because their objective is to develop the skills on technical and financial topics. So the workshops are organized in many regions of Europe, almost never in Brussels, except exceptionally. Every time they gather 20 to 40 representatives, so it's really to be a working session, small groups, not a conference like today. We then gather local and regional authorities, representative or energy agencies. They are focusing then on technical issues like the financing, the implementation of urban planning actions, and of course the SCAPs, because ManagEnergy wants to be in line with the Covenant of Mayors priorities, of course. So we may concentrate now more on the implementation of the SCAPs because it's one of the major topics for the moment. We'll be organizing more than 40 workshops over the next 3 years. The first will start in autumn, after September, and first visited countries will be Croatia, Poland, Estonia, Denmark, Cyprus, Portugal, and many others. Now, if we go to the third and last pillar of activity, so ManagEnergy organizes a number of events. This annual conference is one of them. There's also the award competition that was mentioned. You saw the winners this morning. We will organize also something like 30 networking meetings over the next 3 years. Those meetings are made to produce interaction and exchange of experience between the different actors. So there will be different topics. We'll invite you to participate to those events, of course. Finally, we also produce a number of publications. By the way, today as you can see on the left, the image of the new energy agencies directory. It's just published today, so you can find it on the ManagEnergy stand just in front when you leave the room. As Bill Gillett mentioned, this information wants to be accurate, so we every year carry a survey, emailing and phoning the energy agencies, so that normally it's the latest available information. And we produce also a printed map that you can take with you, and over the year we produce a few more documents. Of course, I'm not alone to do all that work. There's a whole team behind ManagEnergy. In this team, it also includes big partners that are very well known, like Energy Cities and Fedaren. So, as a conclusion, let me encourage you to use the ManagEnergy facility. So visit the website, register your organization or yourself. On the website, you can register also to the electronic newsletter, which is published every month. Participate to the events, and last but not least, help us by filling the today's conference survey that you found on your desk, and that you can leave when leaving the room on the stand, for instance. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Patrick. You should also have seen, I hope, the newsletter which ManagEnergy has produced summarizing the winners of the awards from this morning. And I would encourage you, if you have topics which you think would be important for these capacity-building workshops, if you have groups of people, for example, wanting to learn more about energy performance contracting, our aim is to get specialists and experts available for these workshops to support you in your initiatives at the local and regional level. So now we save the best for last. We're going to have our last presentation this morning from Christina Daly, who's going to talk to us about the Covenant of Mayors. Office, I think you call it, no?